Hey guys, welcome back to Deadman 1010 and welcome back to another preview and, well, more to the point, predictions video. This is for Night of Champions that is going to be taking place my time this afternoon, but for other people it may be tonight. I don't know. I'm not going to get into timings or anything like that because that is not my forte at all, to put it simply. So there you go. And yeah, on the last predictions video, we did predictions for WrestleMania. I didn't do predictions for Backlash because, well, I don't think I ended up finding time, and then in terms of my review video that was meant to happen, I ended up falling asleep during like some of the premium live event, so it wouldn't have looked good for me to have reviewed that with that thought in mind. It wouldn't have looked good on my reputation, so that's why I didn't do it. And that has basically led us to today, with Night of Champions taking place in Saudi. As much as I don't like some of the Saudi government ethics, I'm sure this show will slap in all areas, because the Saudi events have been pretty decent throughout the last couple of years. So I think this year will be no different with Crown Jewel. I genuinely believe that. So yeah. But anyway, the video that we'll be using for this predictions video will be kicking in with Ross, and away we go.
Y'all, your boy Ross back at again with another video. So we're back with another preview and predictions. Y'all already know how this goes. I'm gonna go through the match card lineup, give my preview and predictions on who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, how things may play out, and where the storyline could potentially go, man. Also, make sure you join us tomorrow for the Night of Champions live stream. That should be a good time. You know we have fun when it comes to the wrestling live stream. So let's get right into this one, man. We're gonna start with Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. Do I care about this match? No. I don't care. And I think the reason why I don't care is because Trish's promos that she's been having have been not good. I'm just being honest with you. I don't remember Trish promos being this bad. They are boring, they're drawn out. You kind of don't really care to what she's talking about. I don't think her as a heel is not really working well because the fans are not buying into it at this stage in her career. The fact that they're piping in boos and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't even know that there were piping in boos, to be honest. But anyway, Hall of Famer Trish Stratus versus Big Time Bex for the Raw Women's Championship. The feud has been pretty great, in my opinion. I mean, sure, in some moments, Trish's promos have probably been a bit but I mean, that contract signing with her and Becky was pretty good, in my opinion. I enjoyed that a lot. That was pretty cool. Like, their back and forth was quite a lot of fun to hear. That was rather amusing. Me and Daredevil had a good time hearing that on the Discord bot we were using. And yeah, so the feud has been pretty great, alright. And if Trish isn't going to be sticking around, because, like, face it, she don't need to, she's a Hall of Famer. If she's not going to be sticking around, then give the win to Becky. That's what I believe should happen. If she's going to be sticking around, then give it to Trish. That's all I will say. And where we'll go from here genuinely depends on if Trish is going to be sticking around. That's all I can really safe for where we could go from here. So it's very 50-50, I think. It could literally go either way in this generational bout, as they say.
When she gives promos when Becky wasn't there, lets you know kind of where this situation and feud is going to. I don't have a problem with them like on paper fighting. It's just this feud hasn't been interested in me. It just hasn't. So I honestly am not looking forward to this match. Could this be a good match? Hopefully so, but I just don't care. It's something about their interaction. Trish's reasoning for turning on Becky is kind of hollow. And once again, her promos have not been helping this feud at all. Me personally, I hope this is a one and done situation. I would love for this to be a one and done situation. I can see them maybe extending this a little bit longer, just to have another match. But honestly, I'm gonna go with Becky to win this. Just get this feud over with, one and done. Maybe have Trish feud with somebody else, maybe turn her face, I don't know, but one and done. I just don't care. I hope Trish doesn't win and we get a rematch, because I don't think this needs a second match. One and done. I'm going with Becky to win this.
Get an ad.
Match so we can move forward and go on to something else. So that's what I'm going with. Becky to win the match, hopefully. All right, SmackDown Women's Championship.
Okay.
Rhea Ripley versus
Rhea Ripley versus Natalya, aka Natty, with Dom Dom by Rhea's side for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Yeah, this is probably going to be the pee break match, so the piss break match, in other words. Because, well, nothing good has really happened with this feud. Like, Natty has just been there. Like, this feud hasn't been all that great. Honestly, just have Rhea squash Natty, just outright torture her, because I just think that'll be more amusing to watch than this feud has been, to be honest. So, yeah. That's all I will say for that. And just have Rhea win. And just have a feud with somebody else. That's all I have to say on this match, to be honest.
Natalya. Come on now. Like, what are we doing? The fact that Natalya is her opponent is just, get it off my screen. I don't care. Rhea wins. Honestly, Rhea wins maybe in a couple minutes. This match should only be no more than 6 or 7 minutes. Get it off my screen. I really wish, hopefully Rhea can get a better opponent. No disrespect to Natalya, but does anybody out there think Natalya stands a chance against Rhea Ripley? Absolutely not.
No.
Rhea
Hell
wins
no.
soundly, hopefully, in this situation. But yeah, Rhea wins this match.
Rhea's in her prime.
Raw Women.
To put it simply, Rhea's in her prime. Oh no, Trish and Becky wasn't for the Raw Women's title. That's Asuka and Bianca. My bad, guys. Sorry about that. But Becky wins all the same. On a side note. But yeah, like, no disrespect to Natty, seasoned vet and all that, but yeah, she ain't got no chance against Rhea. Like, Rhea's in her prime, to put it simply.
This championship, Bianca Belair and Asuka. Now, this is the women's match I am looking forward to seeing, only because I want to see what they do here. Do they give Asuka the win here? Is the question. Because if Bianca wins, then this will be the second time at a pay-per-view event Asuka cannot get the job.
Yeah, this feud has been a little better than the last feud. I say that marginally. And, of course, I'm talking about Bianca versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. The match should be okay. I don't see it being too terrible. And, yeah, it should be okay. There's been a few highlights to the feud. But, yeah, I hope Asuka gets it done this time. I hope. I really do. Because Bianca's reign as Raw Women's Champion is... Yeah, it's really overstayed its welcome. It should have really ended at Mania, to be honest. Like, I'm glad that she's proven me wrong from what I said in, like, 2019, 2020 or whatever it was. But, yeah. We've overstayed our welcome on this ride. We really have. So, yeah. I hope Asuka gets it done this time. And, yeah. Hopefully that will happen. And, I can't really say where we'll go from here for Natty and Rhea and Bianca and Asuka, because there's not a lot else I can say, to be honest, for that part. Even for Trish and Becky, it's a bit sparse on that end of the table, to be honest. But anyway, moving on.
Job done, and it would be like, okay, well, what's the point? Do they have Bianca drop it overseas? That is the real question. Honestly, I think Bianca's gonna win this still. I don't think they're gonna have Bianca drop the title for a while. I could see Bianca and Rhea doing something later down the line, and I think that's what they could be doing, is building up Rhea as this.
I would definitely like to see that. Like maybe at Survivor Series, title for title. Rhea versus Bianca. Like, sign me up. I would love to see that. Rhea is the villain in the whole situation. Bianca is like the hero, sort of. So the face, obviously. Rhea is the heel. That would be great. Go away, ads. I swear.
With 99% protection from viruses or bacteria on a journey
the SmackDown champion and building her up as this massive individual to counter Bianca. So I don't know, but I do think Bianca's gonna hold the title for a while, and I say the same thing with Rhea. She's gonna hold the title for a while, so Bianca will retain, and I don't know what they do with Asuka. Alrighty, Intercontinental Championship: Gunther versus Mustafa Ali.
Okay, so we got Walter versus Ali. Just gotta make sure that the mic's on. But anyway, yeah. Is it actually... Is it even on? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to make sure that the mic was actually not muted. But anyway, Walter versus Ali. Sorry about the noise in the background that you might have heard during those few seconds. But yeah, feud has been... I've not really had much of a feud, to be honest. But the match should be amazing. But Ali will come up short. Like, I think Walter will retain. But they will have an amazing match. I am honestly looking forward to it. Like, Walter's matches are a treat. A literal treat.
Get a life, kid. That's the motto of this damn match. Get a life, kid. That should let you know who's winning the match. When Brock Lesnar has nothing to do with this match, head into the ring on Monday Night Raw telling Mustafa Ali mid-promo Get a life, kid. That should let you know how WWE feels about Mustafa Ali. He is not
That's
beating
quite
Gunther.
funny.
Will they have a good match? I think they will, but he is not beating Gunther. You can hang that up. Get a life, kid. Mustafa Ali losing the match. Gunther will retain. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Seth Rollins.
Okay, a match that I'm hoping will main event the show. Seth Rollins versus AJ. Well, Seth freaking Rollins, I should really say, versus the phenomenal AJ Styles for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. And they will have a phenomenal match, no pun intended, to Styles. But I think Seth freaking Rollins will retain. Genuinely, I do believe that. I mean, not retain, get the World Heavyweight title. I knew what I meant. But yeah, I think Seth will come out on top and win the gold. Because I think he's the perfect guy to do it, to be honest. And I think Triple H would do that, to be honest. So yeah, I'm rolling with Seth. And their feud, like, the way that they've built it up has been phenomenal. Again, no pun intended to AJ Styles. Like, they built it up as the pinnacle of both guys' careers, which it sort of is. And yeah, they've done well in that respect. And where we'll go from here, well, Seth will just start defending the belt, won't he? Against whoever. And this is in the finals of the World Heavyweight title tournament that has been going on for a while. And yeah, the other matches have been solid. And yeah, I think Seth will walk out on top, is my final take for this match.
Versus AJ Styles. Now this one could go either way. I believe AJ Styles recently called this the secondary championship. I mean, it technically is. It's literally was technically like the third place championship. But yeah, it's
yeah, that is another thing about the World Heavyweight title belt that they brung back. They've definitely not brung it back for the faint of heart. I mean, Triple H bashed on it. AJ bashed on it. So, yeah. Definitely doesn't make the title look very good, which is why I hope that it takes the main event spot, but it probably won't. It'll probably be Roman who gets that spot with his match for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. It wouldn't surprise me if the dub did that, to be honest.
It's not the main one. We know what the main ones are, and they're not being defended tonight. Well, not tonight, but at Night of Champions show. That's to let you know. Oh, also, the United States Championship is not being defended at Night of Champions. That's crazy. I mean, I could have used the Austin Theory to be on there instead of Becky Lynch and Trish, since we're doing a Night of Champions and all championships are being.
Yeah, the Trish and Becky match should have been a SummerSlam match, in all fairness. And Theory should have definitely have been on the card, to be honest. Like, him and LA Knight should have tore the house down at Night of Champions. But now I don't know what they're going to do with LA Knight. It's been said that he's going to be in a match at Night of Champions. But I wouldn't get your hopes up, to be honest, guys. Like, I don't see it happening.
Defended. Even though Roman Reigns' undisputed Universal Championship is not being defended. But that's neither here nor there. Point is, Austin Theory is not defending the United States Championship on this program. But overall, I do think that I think Seth Rollins is going to win. At first, I was thinking it was going to be AJ Styles, but since I think he hit Seth.
Put it this way, it's going to be a close match between two veterans of the game who have faced each other twice. Once at Money in the Bank and then another time I think in Ring of Honor. And yeah, it's going to be a close one. And Seth's never won big gold. AJ's won it twice in, I think, WCW, or was it TNA? It was one or the other, to be honest. I just don't know which one. But yeah, so I think Seth will get the job done, but it'll definitely be a close one between two veterans of the game that have major respect for one another and want to make the title be prestigious, as it should be. And despite Seth's mini movie schedule, yeah, I think he will walk out on top and win the World Heavyweight title.
Is wrapping up his filming of him on one of the newer Marvel movies that's coming out. I do believe Seth is gonna win. The only reason why I don't think AJ is gonna win because AJ just came back. AJ hasn't really been in a prominent role in WWE as of a while, even before he got injured, outside of the Edge. And
Opportunity is all around us. But to act on it, you need to get out of your comfort zone.
And Judgment Day stuff, he hasn't really been
in
a prominent role where you look at him as a champion. I think a lot of us want him to be champion and want him to be in that prominent role, but he hasn't.
The problem is AJ's obviously getting older, so there's probably some people in the higher ups, or Triple H or Vince, that maybe believe that AJ, much like LA Knight, can't really get that like big win that they need for a championship because of their age. Even though I think that's irrelevant, because age is just a number. But I don't know, because obviously he hasn't had gold around him for a long time, and the last big feud he was in was with Edge and Judgment Day. So yeah, it would make sense to give it to Seth, as I was saying a million times over. Obviously,
he hadn't really been like winning those important feuds and matches like you would have wanted him to, you know what I'm saying, to give him that extra momentum as a late. Seth Rollins, you can say the same thing, but Seth Rollins has been, I guess you can say, more utilized more. Granted, he has been putting so many people over. I think a lot of people have been enjoying his work as of late, even when he was just full-time heel and then tweener and now babyface. I think people are okay with Seth Rollins being the World Heavyweight Champion. I don't think anyone would have a problem if AJ Styles did. I just think him coming back from
AJ would be a perfect candidate for the World Heavyweight title, but, well, not perfect, but great candidate. Seth, on the other hand, will be a perfect candidate for the title, in all honesty.
Injury kind of would be too soon, and honestly, I think if you're gonna give him, or have him become a champion at some point, I think it should be some build behind it, not just he got into the tournament, he just so happened to win. I think having him get some noticeable wins, noticeable victories going forward, maybe him being Money in the Bank winner, that could be something interesting if they decide to do that. But I'm going with Seth Rollins because it just feels like he's gonna be the guy to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, he honestly feels like the right guy to do it, to be honest. That's the way I see it, because he has been a reliable tool in WWE's arsenal when it comes to superstars, where if you put them on any show against any opponent and just let them go, Seth has you covered, pretty much. Like, he is that damn reliable. Simple as that. Which is why he would be perfect for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Rollins will return. Hopefully this time it works out better than it did last time. But he's just going to be the guy to carry that belt. It's going to become the workhorse.
Yeah. and Seth can definitely work his ass off to definitely make it be that way. I guarantee it. And yeah. Plus, he's not held a big main event title in a very long time, so that's another thing.
Main title championship. You know, Intercontinental Championship's usually the workhorse title, but for the World Heavyweight side of things, since, you know, our Tribal Chief has a much relaxed schedule, I think Seth is going to try to fill in those spots. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with his title reign. Hopefully it is good, but I do have Seth winning. All right. Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes.
Brock's gonna eat Cody alive. The feud has been fine. Will it be better than the last match? I ain't got a damn clue. Because Cody's obviously fighting with a kayfabe broken arm. I think it's kayfabe. And, yeah. I really don't know how this is gonna go, to be honest. But we'll see. Where we'll go from here, like I said, Brock will eat Cody alive. And they'll probably have another match at Money in the Bank, I hope. Because that'll keep Cody out of the Money in the Bank match itself. Because he does not need to win that. LA Knight does, in my opinion. He's the perfect guy to win it this year. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, moving on.
I mean, it's kind of straightforward. Cody got his ass beat on Monday Night Raw. Got his arm storyline broken. He's losing the match. There's no way it makes sense for him to win. He's losing that match. He's going to have a valiant effort, but Brock is going to beat the living crap out of him. He's losing that match.
Yes.
And they're going to set up, it's going to be 1-1, and they're going to set up one more match. Maybe at Money in the Bank. Hopefully at Money in the Bank. I hope we don't have to wait till SummerSlam, but they'll set one more match for Money in the Bank, and we get this over with. Some stipulation match, and we're done. Brock is beating the crap out of him. I just want y'all to know. I know it's going to happen because it only makes sense why Brock would, quote-unquote, break his arm before the match, and that's how he's going to win. Cody's going to come out there and get destroyed.
I mean, let's not kid ourselves, guys. Cody bloodied Brock Lesnar up at Backlash with that turnbuckle, even though that was technically a planned spot out of kayfabe. But anyway, putting this back into kayfabe, yeah, he busted Brock open with that turnbuckle, and yeah. So let's not beat around the bush. This is revenge time for Brock Lesnar. You know, breaking Cody's arm in kayfabe and obviously destroying him come later at the event. Because that's what I believe will happen, even though I know that Cody will put on a show. You know, a valiant effort, as Ross said. But he ain't winning. Brock's going to eat him alive, as I said before.
I don't want to see it, but it's going to happen.
This
and they're going to set up
suicide.
one more match. And hopefully there's a stipulation behind it. We get a stipulation. I don't want it to be a Hell in a Cell. I don't think it needs to be a Hell in a Cell, but it can be something else they do. Something, not a last man standing, because we've already seen a good last man standing with Brock. So it has to be something different. Y'all let me know down below what stipulation should be for their third and hopefully final match probably going forward, because we know Brock is winning against Cody. It only makes sense. I'm for it. So that's my prediction on that. And finally, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns and...
Okay, so Solo, Roman Reigns, the undisputed champion, who's going to be on 1,000 days at the time of this recording. He basically is on 1,000 days as undisputed champion or universal champion with his younger cousin Solo, versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. This feud has been great, but don't let Roman have the titles. Just let Zayn and Owens retain. Have the Usos get involved, because I think they should, to be honest. Even though Heyman said they won't, they will. Let's face it. It's very much predictable. It's the way it should go. They're obviously building the end to the bloodline, and I'm looking forward to it. And there's been seeds planted over this feud, with Roman bumping into Solo, Roman going all irate at the Usos, the Usos being forced to apologize to Roman after dedicating their match for the Undisputed Tag Team titles to Roman Reigns on a SmackDown, after dedicating that win that they did not win to Roman Reigns. Roman got all irate. The Usos did business for themselves on another SmackDown where Roman got irate, where he wanted to tell Sami something. And yeah, they've built it up very well. I just don't want to see Roman with 4 titles lying around. Well, 3 technically, because Solo would be holding the other tag team titles. Actually, no, it would be 4, because they're obviously double branded, combined, duels, that kind of thing. They're united, that kind of thing. They're you know the word that I'm looking for, guys. But yeah, I don't want to see Roman with that around his waist. So yeah, have Owens and Zayn retain, and yeah, have the Usos be the reason why they do, or why they do, inadvertently speaking.
Solo Sikoa, this is the match I am really, really looking forward to. This match right here, I am so looking forward to because of the story.
Yeah, they should have a good match, I'm pretty sure. Even though there's a good chance that it'll be very story-based.
Storyline and what implications may be heading our way. It's crazy to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn potentially going to be at Night of Champions. Don't know how that's happening, but they maybe pulled some strings, but it seems like that's going to be the go. Me personally, it only makes sense for Kevin and Sami to retain. Doesn't make sense for them to lose, because the bigger story here is the I guess you could say the dissension between members of the bloodline. That's the bigger story. That's the story that people are going to be interested in. And I mean,
having Roman win the titles was so low, and then handing them off to the Usos as a pity prize would be interesting, but I'm thinking more in the long road, you know, like long term. I think the way it should go down is Usos distract or cost Roman and Solo the titles, and have Owens and Zayn retain, by Solo being the one who gets pinned, to try and keep Roman looking strong in sort of defeat, I guess you could say.
I have a really good feeling that the Usos will get involved somehow. Maybe the Usos, somehow the Usos will get involved potentially. I don't know if they'll be able to travel overseas. We will see, but I can see maybe the Usos getting involved and costing Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns and Solo the potential win. I think that's what's going to potentially happen. Either way, I'm looking forward to it, because then at that point, now we're going to have Roman going against the Usos potentially. I think that's the
Yeah.
storyline they're trying to tell. Roman having issues with the Usos, and it's starting
Yep.
to get really personal within the bloodline. You know, Roman, I don't think
Indeed.
he's going to be defending the championship anytime soon. So they're really going to be going
I did hear that Roman will be defending his titles at Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. Don't know how true that is, but I think the story that they are trying to tell is Roman basically getting even more like peed off at the Usos, pissed off at the Usos, that kind of thing. I think that's the story that they're trying to tell, and yeah, and therefore I don't think Roman will be defending his titles anytime soon. But I would like it if he did defend them at Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. Have Money in the Bank against Bobby Lashley, and then SummerSlam against Cody Rhodes. That's the way I would do it. And perhaps have Cody get the titles off of Roman at SummerSlam. But I don't know whether they would go down that road anymore. I'm a bit unsure of it now. But we'll see what happens.
deep into the storyline of the Bloodline's issues, Usos and Solo. Where does he align himself? Like it's gonna kind of, I guess you could say, full circle. How it started with Roman and Jay and Jimmy, how their dynamic had to kind of come together ultimately, you know what I'm saying? How it wasn't all, it didn't start off great. It's now coming back full circle.
Yeah, it had some bumpy roads, and then obviously by like July, August of 2021, they were kind of in their element, like they were in their zone, and they haven't looked back since. Until now, when WrestleMania rolled around, and the Usos lost the titles. So, there you go.
Now it's these guys again, but now it's starting to end in a bad way, and I'm really interested to see how the story plays out. I think this may be match of the night. It's going to be some close falls, near falls. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm ultimately going Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn to retain the titles. Usos potentially costing Roman and Solo the match, and there's going to be some more issues with the Bloodline going forward. And that's just my preview and predictions on Night of Champions, man. Overall seems like a decent, it's an okay card. To be honest with you, the SmackDown's Women's Championship match, I don't give a damn about. The Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus match, I don't give a damn about.
Yeah, I care about the Trish and Becky match. Could not give two cigars about the Rhea and Natalya match. Do care about the Bloodline match. Do care about the AJ and Seth match. Do care about the Walter and Ali match. Care a little bit more about the Oscar and Bianca match, but not too much.
All the other matches I'm pretty interested in. Everything else outside of those two matches I'm pretty interested in, but maybe they could be good. So I will be willing to give those two matches a chance if they are good. Hopefully they
Yeah, I'm willing to be flexible, like maybe the Nadia and Rhea match will surprise me, because I mean both are good workers and can go in that ring. I just don't care about that feud. That's really what it comes down to. Trish and Becky shouldn't be too bad, in all fairness, because Trish can still go, Becky can go, or can go. Yeah, Becky can go, and Walter and Ali can obviously go, along with AJ, Seth, and the people. Well, not the people, but the Bloodline and KO and Sammy, they can obviously go in that ring. So I'm sure all the matches will be fine. Just the Rhea and Natty storyline, I couldn't give two damns about. That's really what it comes down to, in all honesty.
Can put on a good show, man. So comment down below, let me know who you think is going to win, who you think is going to lose, why and why not, and where do you think these feuds and storylines will be going will be going forwards after Night of Champions. But I appreciate all love and support you guys have shown on the channel.
Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this predictions video for Night of Champions 2023, then like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Share the videos, favorite videos. If we could get out to what was the like goal that we were trying to reach up to? Was it like 200 or 400 likes? God, I can't fricking remember. I think it's 200 likes then. That'll be great. And yeah. Ciao, guys. Enjoy Night of Champions in Saudi. Whenever the hell you guys will be watching it. So it depends on wherever the hell you live. But either way, enjoy Night of Champions and see you for the review straight after that. See you guys.